Two men, 20 years. One rivalry that was never just about music. One built his empire in the open, raw, loud, confrontational. The other built his in silence, inside boardrooms, inside marriages, inside the institutions he claimed to challenge. But when the first dominoes finally fell, when the arrests came, when the documentaries dropped, when the lawsuits landed, suddenly proximity meant everything. And 50 Cent? He didn't flinch. He said, "I know what was done. I know who was in the room." This documentary doesn't pick sides. It follows the power. Stay with me, because the closer we look at this industry, the darker the picture gets. And we are just getting started.
Intent doesn't matter here. The result does. Across music, fashion, philanthropy, and corporate identity, Jay-Z's legacy was meticulously assembled alongside Beyoncé's. Not separately, together, as a unified brand. When love and leverage move in perfect sync, the public never had a chance to see the seams. The Super Bowl halftime show is the world's most watched stage, and getting on it has nothing to do with talent. Eminem's inclusion, reportedly pushed through against institutional resistance, exposed the mechanism. When one voice must authorize another to reach billions of people, talent becomes irrelevant. Permission is the product. Jay-Z's position as Roc Nation's entertainment strategist for the NFL placed him directly at that gate. His choices weren't just artistic, they were political. And the artists left out weren't less talented. They were less convenient. If this is landing the way I think it is, drop a comment. Tell me, who do you think controls that gate? Because the answer this documentary gives might genuinely surprise you. And don't forget to hit like. This story deserves to be heard. Domestic charts told one story. International markets told another. The documentary doesn't dismiss success. It interrogates it. It asks, if your popularity was built through access rather than audience response, what are the charts actually measuring? Cultural authority isn't discovered, it's assembled. And when the machinery of media, marketing, and money all point at the same artist, what you're seeing isn't a phenomenon, it's a product. In its final movement, the documentary returns to silence. Not as emptiness, but as currency. Careers advance, alliances endure, conflicts dissolve. Not because truths were resolved, but because they were never spoken. 50 Cent isn't positioned here as a prosecutor. He's a witness. And his testimony, partial, provocative, deliberately incomplete, does something more unsettling than an accusation. It makes you realize the most powerful thing in this industry isn't the music. It's the decision of what to leave out. History belongs to those who last. And some stories stay buried not because they aren't true, but because telling them costs too much. If this documentary made you think differently about the music industry, hit subscribe. More stories like this are coming. And trust me, the next one goes even deeper. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. For 2 decades, this tension existed in fragments. Coded bars, loaded silences, industry whispers that never quite became headlines. This documentary changes that. 50 Cent and Jay-Z both ascended as architects of hip-hop power, but they built through entirely different blueprints. One detonated doors, the other walked through them quietly and locked them behind him. One disrupted the system, the other mastered it. What this film uncovers isn't a feud between two egos. It's a collision between two philosophies of power. And the question it leaves you with is the most unsettling one of all. If influence is most effective when it looks effortless, how much of this rivalry was ever really about the music? In the era of physical sales, an album drop wasn't an artistic moment. It was a chess move. Radio play, retail shelf space, distribution deals. The gatekeepers didn't just influence the game, they were the game. Through 50 Cent's lens, competition was never a fair fight. It was pressure, applied quietly, through systems already owned by the same handful of people.
When exposure itself determines survival, success stops being organic. It starts being engineered. So the real question isn't who won, it's who decided who was allowed to compete.
Decades pass, allegations surface, and somewhere in that gap, between when something happened and when anyone was allowed to say it, an industry protected its investment. This documentary doesn't deliver verdicts. It documents the structures that delay them. Fame doesn't just amplify success, it builds walls around consequence. When allegations take 30 years to surface, the question stops being, did it happen? And starts being, what was in place to make sure no one said a word? The Jay-Z and Beyoncé union is the most scrutinized marriage in popular culture. And for good reason. Supporters call it love and evolution. Critics call it the most strategic brand merger in entertainment history. One that didn't just soften Jay-Z's image, it bulletproofed it. The timing, the optics, the awards that followed. When personal life and brand architecture become indistinguishable, is that a love story or a business plan? The documentary doesn't frame Diddy as a monster who operated alone. It frames him as a node, one powerful point in a much larger network of access, mentorship, and platform control. Influence at that level doesn't come from commands. It comes from relationships, from favors owed, from knowing exactly who owes you. People who've worked with 50 Cent describe the same thing. He's there, present, reachable. He moves within the circle, not above it. Jay-Z is described entirely differently. Distant, insulated, calculated. An aura that operates through inaccessibility. Two leadership models. One builds loyalty through presence. The other demands loyalty through elevation. Hip-hop was born from shared struggle, from community, from proximity to pain. So the real question the documentary puts on the table is this: which leader actually honors that origin? The one who stays in the room, or the one who controls who gets in? Power at this level isn't exercised through force. It's exercised through favor. Silence when silence is owed. Opportunity when loyalty has been demonstrated. By the time an artist reaches your ears, the deals that shaped their career were made in rooms the public will never see. The question isn't who made it, it's who let them.